Mets, baby, love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby, love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
All right, we are back. This is Game in the Right Way, and this is Mets live scoreboard and play-by-play with Billy Wright. And tonight, the Mets will be taking on the Boston Red Sox in a 3-game series. Sorry about the delay. I guess I thought it was rain, but I guess there was a scheduling. I guess Boston had a problem getting into the city last night, and so they had to back up the game. So I think they said they're going to start at 7:50. So, hey, wow. Thank you right away for the subscriber. I appreciate it. Thank you for waiting, and thanks very much. So that's for you, buddy. So, yeah, so that's what we're waiting for. And I figured I was going to come on at 7:30, but I said, you know what? I can't just sit here all this time and talk. Well, we could have talked about the injury to, of course, Mark Vientos. I mean, the guy has been playing the bench for a while now, and then he came in yesterday, and I did that game yesterday. If you do remember, I did that game, and he got hit, and I knew right away he was gonna get. It looked like it was gonna be a bad break when he jumped up and down like that. The unfortunate thing, he'll be out 6 to 8 weeks, of course, but the Mets decided to bring up a guy that I don't really think should be on our team, Zach Short. He's playing tonight, so I already gave him the a -4 already since he's only played 2 games with the Mets. They put him down in the minors and they brought him back up. So the guy played the first year when Mendoza was the manager. He was on our team, and he only played 10 games, and then we traded him. So somehow, David Stern had to get him, and we got him again. So he's in the lineup tonight. So speaking about lineups, we got the Boston Red Sox, and Nolan McLean will be pitching against them at 6-5. And Sonny Gray, who I've seen, and I've done a couple of games for the Boston Red Sox when I had the MLB Saturday, afternoon game. And Sonny Gray is pitching. He's a 10-1 start. So it's not going to be easy for the Mets. The Mets have a 2-game win streak going on, and I think the Boston Red Sox have a 6-game winning streak, if I'm not correct. I'll look it up right now. And they're trying to get their self-righted back into the, after they got rid of Joey Cora, and they have their new manager, and they've been going, let's see what's going on with them right now. Boston is 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 6 straight. They're 43-48. They're closer to the wild card than anything else, because the wild card, that third wild card, keeps everybody afloat. So they're 2.5 games back in the wild card. So they're not going to be easy for the Mets this weekend. So hopefully, we get a good game out of McLean, and they can, we can win a game, and we won a series. I mean, yesterday was the first time since June 14th. You could say, yes, you heard me say it, June 14th, when they beat the Braves 2-1 out of the 3-game series, and then we went right down the tubes after that. You think that maybe they would have been, and then it just went down the tubes. They never came back from that, and that's where we are right now. But, so yeah, this is one of those games that one of those series that you're thinking, well, you know what? The Boston thinks they're going to come in and push us around. I hopefully think that the Mets should be, up and ready to go, because now's your chance to get some respectability before the All-Star break, and then when you come back, of course, you got to play the Phillies. So here we go. Anyway, let me get those lineups. They said the game's about 7:50 start time, so we'll see. But right now, we'll go through the lineups, and we'll get the Boston Red Sox lineups right now. Let's see, Boston Red Sox. All right, starting and playing second base will be Anthony Siegler, batting first. Then you got Kadinan Rafaela, center fielder. Then you get Wilyer Abreu, and he's the batting third, and he's the right fielder. Batting fourth is Ronnie Gonzalez, playing first. Batting fifth and DHing is Matasaka Yoshida. Hope I said that right. Batting sixth is Caleb Durbin. He's third baseman. Batting seventh is Jaron Duran, and he's the left fielder. And catching is Connor Wong. And batting ninth is Tasung Shea Shing. Oh God, Tasung Shea Shing. And every time I go online, there's an 800 number calling me. So Tasung Shea Shing. I hope I did that right. And like I said, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Another one they got through to me. All right, so where was I going? I got all mixed up because of this 800 calls. All right, so like I said, it was Sonny Gray. He's 10-1 in 16 games. He's got a 2.61 ERA, 89.2 innings pitched, and strikeouts 82, and a whip of 110. So, like I said, the Mets are going against him. And of course, the Mets, A.J. Ewing batting first, center fielder. Juan Soto hit a home run yesterday. He's batting second, left field. Lindor, shortstop. He didn't play yesterday. He did come in for defensive purposes in late innings. Batting third. Batting fourth, Carson Binge, right field. Polanco's back in the lineup. He's DHing. Batting fifth, Jared Young batting sixth, first base. Francisco Alvarez catching. Brett Beatty, who's probably going to get a lot of playing time now because of Vientos, and that might be the way he gets taken out of the Mets because he's got a I think he's got a 9-game hitting streak or an 8-game hitting streak, and he's batting better, so he'll probably be like showcased now from now on. And then of course you got the guy Zach Short, which I don't have any. I don't understand. I don't understand why he's here, but he's there. And of course on the mound is Nolan McLean. In 18 games, he's 6-5, a 3.73 ERA, a 118 strikeouts, and a 1.12 WHIP. So that's the game, and that's the lineups. And like I said, we're just going to wait for the start of the game. But you know, I just don't understand. There's other guys down there that could have took Ventos' place. Don't you agree with that? Don't you agree that? I don't understand this Zach Short guy. I don't understand him. He's not. If you look at his career, come on. You know, and no offense to the guy, it's just that he's not right for the Mets. You'll see what I mean, guys. Trust me, tonight, I hope it doesn't happen, but he makes a lot of errors, and then when he's like one of the, that's why he's batting ninth. Remember I told you about the weak hitters? Well, now they changed the weak hitter from 7, like, you know what I'm saying? They took Alvarez out of 6th and put Young, which Young is okay. Young has actually got a couple, like, I think Young has hit 3 home runs in the last 5 or 6 games or something like that. But he's still considered a weak hitter. He doesn't hit as much. Then you got Brett Beatty, who started hitting, but he's not that kind of guy who's going to and yesterday, he actually got a sacrifice fly with less than 2 outs, and I was excited. I was ecstatic because most of the time the 7th, 8th, and 9th batters leave so many men on base, and now you got Zach Short, who can't hit him. He can't hit himself out of a paper bag. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I just don't like the guy, and I don't understand why he's on the team. And you're going to be, you know, the same way. You know. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? I don't understand why the Mets are doing this. They have other young talent down there if they want to use them. Right. I knew Woody was going to say something because he knows when I get nuts and, you know, he's out there. But anyway, like I said, guys, the 3D's coming up. So that means it's going to start. So now with the 3D, guys, it doesn't normally get to, it doesn't. It can start before the, the game starts. Now, just let you know that no spoilers, and we'll get through this game once maybe it may catch up to itself later on. I don't know, but sometimes it does. It's just that it's going to start before, So, and anyway, I'm having a hard time finding the game now because they haven't. It's on Apple TV, and I don't carry Apple TV, but usually my streaming systems will have it. So if they don't have it, this is not a good thing right now. And it don't look like they're showing it, and I am not a happy camper right now. So I don't know what to do right now. I'm gonna have to go. I don't have no clue what's going on. I cannot find it. I know that they're getting ready to start, and this is not cool. I'm looking everywhere for it. I've been doing that ever since I heard about this delay. I didn't even know it was going to be a rain delay or not. It wasn't a rain delay. I checked up on the internet, and they said that due to traveling problems, they had to delay it to this time. But now I can't even get the game, and that's not cool. That is not cool. So I'm still looking. The reason why I want to do it, of course, because I want to be able to get the excitement from the TV. I can't do it if it's a ground ball, and then they say, oh, well, the guy made a great catch, but I can't see it because it doesn't happen. Anyway, the first pitch was thrown, and I'm not even in the game yet. That's a foul. 0-1. Nope, still ain't got it. And it's Ziegler, which I don't have any information on because there is nothing on information. So this is really good. They really got me tonight. I apologize. I don't understand what's going on. That's a 1-1 count as a fly ball, I think. I don't know if that's... I'm trying to go by the 3D, and I don't even know what's going on here. Did he hit it out of the park? I can't tell. These guys are not coming up with the baseball game. It's like they're keeping it to themselves. Nope. Can't find it there. Nope. Anyway, I guess it's a man on first. So I got to put a single. Is that what it is? Wow, this is crazy. This has never happened. Only as it did happen. I'm sorry. It happened in spring training when I first learned. I was starting to do this. So spring training, they didn't give me any games, so I had to go off my phone. It was a horror show. So just, I'm sorry about that, guys. It's supposed to be coming on here. It's not here. It's telling me to try reconnect. I'm reconnecting. It ain't working. Sacrifice bunt by Rafaela to the pitcher. So that's a man on second now with 1 out. So I'll give him an out. This is not great at all. So a sacrifice. Runner on second. Is a Brehu up. I guess he took a ball. Wow, this is crazy, man. This is nuts. Why ain't this working? Next pitch, not thrown yet. Oh my God, I don't believe this. I think he stole. Did he steal? Or it's ball 3. All I know is a man on third now, so I have to say he must have stole third. It's not telling me nothing. I'm going off the 3D. And it's very hard to go off a 3D. Because they don't tell you everything and they don't show. Well, I guess he walked him. Is that a walk? All right, so right away there's first and third, and that's not good.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
It's going to bring up Gonzalez. As I'm still trying to find out where I can find a connection here. All right. right, so it should be Gonzalez, right? Yeah. All right, hold on. Give me one more chance, maybe another shot here. All right, please, God, tell me this is good right here. Come on. Spinning. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Is it 0-1? Call strike. Oh my God, what is going on here? Wow. Nope. Keep showing the wrong games. Ah, I got it. I got it. All right, so Gonzalez batting .310. Okay, we're going to go by me now. It's a little bit delayed, so I apologize, but like we got it at least. All right. Man on first and third. First pitch was a strike, like we said. All right, so 0-1 count from McLean to Gonzalez. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be fouled back. We got an 0-2 count. 0-2. All right. Strange how they wouldn't have this game. I couldn't believe it. Still 0-2. They're waiting for the pitch coming. Yeah, right. Come on, let's go. What's going on? Delay. Nope. It's not going to work. Come on. Nope. Nope. Not. Nope. No good. Something's not going right. It's a 1-2 count. I'm going back to the 3D because I don't know what they're doing here. They're delayed. Something happened again. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back. Still 1-2. Yeah, but I'm getting problems here. It keeps going back and forth. You know, it's going back to 1-2, and then it goes back to 1-2, 1-0. It's ridiculous how these streaming systems stink. And that's a ground ball foul, still 1-2. He's got a 6-pitch sequence right here. And that's what the Mets don't need. The Mets don't need him to be pitching so much already. But that's what Boston's doing. They're making him pitch. Here's another pitch. There's a ball, 2-2. So 2-2 now. Man, that's so much. And he throws to first, and it's going to be a safer first. So it's a 1 disengagement. You get 2 disengagements. And I just learned after all this time, they call it a balk. So then it's balked over to the next base. So we got a 2-2 count, and it goes off again. And that's a ball outside, 3-2. I'm not sure if it's going to, because I heard about the bad weather coming to New York, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm getting a lot of interference here. On deck batter is Yoshida. We got 3-2 pitch coming up. First and third, just starting out. McLean's going to pitch, hopefully somewhere, someday. Nope. Now it's going to do the same thing. Wow, I tell you, man. Here comes the pitch, and he's going to swing and strike him out. Strikeout. First strikeout of the game. And it's going to bring up Yoshida. So first strikeout of the game. And here comes Yoshida, like I said, sometime today. Oh my God, I can't. Batting .259. And a strike call, 0-1. Wow, there's a kid's shoe. There's a kid's shoe in the outfield behind Soto. There's actually a kid's shoe behind Soto in the outfield. So somebody threw a shoe at him or they lost a shoe. Next pitch is swung on, and that's going to be down the third base line. It's going to be stuck over by the ball boy. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And he gets him, and he's safe at second. It's now 2-0. And you know what? That tarp got in the way, and it stopped the ball dead. So right away, it's 2-0 Boston. Right down the third base line, past the third baseman, and he gets stuck by the rain, the rain thing. And nobody go. And finally, the third. I don't know. Juan Soto was the closest, but yet he didn't get there until finally he did get there. Here comes Durbin. He's batting .225. Ground ball, right to third, throw to first, and that retires the side. But unfortunately, they scored that 5-3. Unfortunately, on 1 hit and 1 error by the Mets, 2 runs and 1 left on. Going to the bottom of the first, it's 2-0 Boston already. And that's not what you wanted to do, especially when Boston's red hot with 6 wins. And like I told you, their record in the last 10 games. Unfortunately, that's what happens. So give them 2 runs. On 2 hits, actually. 2 hits. And 1 left on. Not a good inning. And an error, of course. And I didn't see the error because I didn't have it. I just looked at. You can't see it on a 3D, so I don't know what happened on the error. But wonder who got that. You tell me it's Zach Short, I'm going to lose my marbles. Because I told you already about Zach Short. So anyway, hopefully this stays normal. Hopefully we can get through this game because I can't believe that what Apple TV, if you don't buy Apple TV or you get problems that you can't get the game. That's ridiculous. So hopefully it'll stay. But not a good start for the Mets, I'll tell you right now. Okay, so what I was trying to say before I couldn't find anything, I did put a poll out there. So I will check that before the 4th inning. Basically, who will win this first game? So, right? Yeah, win the game. Anyway, Sonny Gray, like I told you everything about him. He's got a 2-run lead now. So this is not going to be easy for the Mets. He's tied for the most wins in the American League, and it's going to be Ewing batting .277. He gets a strike call. 7 home runs, 24 RBIs in 54 games this year. Next pitch is low. 1-1. See, the Mets right now have to think that every game coming up now is their playoffs. You gotta believe that these games are something. You need to say, well, these are something. We gotta, That's what I would think. That's a strike call. 1-2. Mets are wearing their black tops. Their Friday night. And then white and stripe. And that pitch is swung on, and that's hit to center field, but the left fielder is going to call him off, and that's one gone. 1 out. Bringing up Juan Soto, the only Met to go to the All-Star game this year. I want to know who got that. I want to see who got the error. 297 batting average. First pitch is a called strike. Oh, Soto don't like that. He didn't like that. But he doesn't, he doesn't really understand that you can check it if you want. You have 2 ABS challenges, but I don't think you should use them anyway. Too early. Next pitch is a ball. Something got him. Something got Juan Soto. Something flew at him. I don't know. Who knows? Something got him on the feet like this. 21 home runs and 50 RBIs for Juan Soto. On deck batter is Francisco Lindor. Anyway, Juan is still checking I don't know what he's doing. Doing something over here, like by his diamond necklace or whatever, gold necklace. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. It's 1-2. And that pitch is fouled down the first baseline, still 1-2. Against Sonny Gray, he's a .462 average, a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs. He's 6 for 13 against Sonny Gray. It sounds like we're listening to it sounds like we're watching the, I forgot what it was. Anyway. Next pitch is low, 2-2. A Quentin Tarantino movie, which I'm blanking right now again. With the Gray, right? Mr. Gray, Sonny Gray. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and he's fouled off. Still 2-2. I mean, you really want to make him work, this guy. You really want to get his pitch count up. OPS is a 993. He's second to Yonder Alvarez of Houston, who's got 1,000 something. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be a call, strike 3. And Juan Soto took that. He doesn't like it, but what are you going to do? Challenge. First strikeout for Sonny Gray. Brings up Francisco Lindor. I don't know what's going on, really, guys. Well, he flew out to center field, and that is the inning. To center field, no runs, no hits, none left. Going to the top of the second, it's 2-0 Boston. Unfortunately, you got yourself into trouble in the first inning, and I don't understand where the error came from. I got to look that up because I don't like to find out there was an error and how that's why they got these runs. So I got to go into the old box score to find out how it happened. Okay, so it wasn't Zach Short. It was again Juan Soto. I was just talking to my wife about it this morning, about Juan Soto having problems. Did he do something that was like he didn't run for it or like the last time? You know? He got the error. A fielding error. So that's where we are with that. All right, let's check some scores out, all right? This game has not started out well, or this evening, because of the delay, and then I couldn't find a stream, and then I finally got a stream, but now I'm going through this crazy blank out, start blank out. I don't know what's going on with this. And then I'm using the 3D when I have to. And of course the Mets are losing 2-0 without even getting a bat. So it's not going to be good. But anyway, Cubs and Reds, no score. Bottom of the fourth. Astros at Rangers, top of the first. No score. Top of the first, Angels at Twins, no score. And the Phillies and the Tigers are tied at 2-2 in top of the sixth. Kevin McConaughey, 2-run home run, is eighth. Royals at Orioles. The Orioles are 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. And the Mariners at the Rays. The Rays are 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Guardians at Marlins. Guardians are 2-0, top of the fifth. Middle of the third, Athletics and White Sox, no score. And just warming up is the Braves and the Cardinals. And a couple of delays for rain so far for the Yankees and Nationals. And there we are. Here comes Jared Duran. He's batting 198. First pitch from McLean is a ball. 1-0. 13 home runs, 44 RBIs in 84 games. And that is a strike 1-1. Did that say 84 games? I don't think that's right. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Oh, did he swing? Did he swing? Check with the third base umpire. Said no swing. 2-1. There goes the circle. Next pitch is swung on and missed. We got a 2-2 count. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. Still 2-2. Two pitch coming. And that's going to be a fly ball. That's going to hit the center field. A.J. Ewing going back to the wall. He makes a great catch. A.J. Ewing. It wasn't going to be a home run, but he jumps. And he makes a beautiful catch out there. I tell you right there, man. That kid is the future of the Mets. What's that noise? And it's coming up is Wong. .295 average. First pitch was a ball. 1 home run, 15 RBIs in 39 games. Next pitch is called a ball. Okay. 2-0. It looked like a strike, but nobody's challenging it, of course. That's good because I don't want them to. Usually Alvarez will put it up so quick. 2-0 count now. As you can hear, the neighbor's dog's always barking. Every time I'm on, they bark or they clean the streets. They do everything around here. 2-0, and that pitch is inside. And did it hit him? Nope, it's 3-0. 3-0. Count. Next pitch is a called strike, 3-1. Next pitch is a strike, 3-2. We got a 3-2 count here. Timeout by Wong. And next pitch is a high pitch, and it's going to be a walk. And it's another walk given up, and those walks seem to be coming in. That's one thing you don't need to be doing. Runner on first base. I don't know, guys. I hate to say it, but I think that Alvarez, when he's behind that plate, something goes wrong with the Mets. That's a strike to Cheng. Batting .273, no home runs and 4 RBIs. I've noticed in 7 games. I'm noticing it. They won yesterday with Torrens under the, and I think Torrens was also the other day. I'm not sure. I got to check, but it's 1-1. A lot of walks all of a sudden, you know, every time that Alvarez is in there. Next pitch is a ball, strike call, 1-2. They gave it to him. High strike. Oh, now it's going to freeze for 20 years. 1-2 pitch. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. One-two pitch. And that's going to be swung on and missed. That's going to be a strikeout. Second strikeout for McLean. 2 gone. And coming up will be Sigler, who singled his first time up and scored. First pitch is a ball outside. Owen. Actually, he reached on an error, so there was the error. Okay. I'm sorry. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error and scored a run. So 1-0. See, I didn't have like I said, I looked at the 3D because I couldn't find a station. All right, we got it. So I'll just change that to an error. That was the error from Soto. That's 1-1 count. Man. Here comes the pitch, and that's outside. 2-1. After this inning, I apologize. I have to go in the room to tell my daughter to stop screaming because she's playing a video game, and she's screaming like a banshee out there. 2-1. And it's now 2-2. Got 2-2 count. The last 13 games, they're 11-2. The Red Sox. I know I didn't want to say it, but you know, got to let people know what we're dealing with against Boston. McClain throwing 41 pitches already. Second inning only, guys. Next pitcher, guys, runners going, and it's strike 3 call. So he strikes out he struck out 2. Okay, struck out 2. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the, what am I doing? Bottom of the second. 2-0 Boston. I'll be right back. Now she's quiet, right? Ow. Jaden, darling, please stop speaking. Tell me right now. Stop. All right? Thank you. All right. Gotta put my father hat on and say, please stop the screaming. Keep it to a, you know. So anyway, Binge, Polanco, and Young will be coming up for the Mets. Oh boy. All right, so I guess the 3D is a little down too. That can help me out too when the 3D's behind me. I like that, but we'll see. Well, you know, I mean, you're going against a guy that, you know, probably, I guess he's an all-star. I didn't see it. I'm sure he's an all-star this year, Sonny Gray. And you're giving up, already gave him a 2-run lead. So you always got to come back when you know, you always got to have to be, you're always trailing, you know. I guess I was wrong. I guess I'm way behind this 3D now because it still hasn't come back on. Oh. And it's Carson Binge, and he's batting .269, and that's a call strike, 0-1. 11 home runs, 37 RBIs in 91 games. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball to Sonny Gray. He flips it over to first, and that is 1 gone. Score that a 1-3 put out. 1 out. It's going to bring up Polanco. Jorge Polanco. I think. Should be. I really don't care about the decrease in postseason odds for the Mets. I don't care. I just want them to start winning games and play like a team. Anyway, Polanco batting 188 since the IL. And that's ball, 1-0. 1 home run and 3 RBIs in 16 games this year. He was activated last Tuesday from the IL. That's a strike, 1-1. If you missed the news, Mark Vientos went on the IL, fractured his wrist, 6 to 8 weeks, and they bring up, I don't know why, they bring him up short. That's a ground ball, foul, out of play. It's 1-2. It's not raining, is it? No, thought there was rain. There was rain in the forecast, but I don't see it. Next pitch is swung on, and that's hit out to left field. Left fielder by the line, and he's going to make the catch. 2 outs. It's going to be Jared Young. You know Sonny Gray's only throwing 20 pitches. That is not what the Mets needed this guy to do. 20 pitches, guys. And like I said, McLean's at 40-something already. Not good. 235 average, and there's a shot. And that's going to be at the, and right fielder tripped a little bit. That's going to be a double for Young. First hit for the Mets. I thought maybe the right fielder misplayed that. He hit it hard, but he misplayed it, or he might have stumbled in that warning track dirt, you know? Anyway, Mets got a man on base. That's all we need, right? We needed something to start. And here comes Alvarez. Yeah, I think something happened out there because the center fielder was like, it's all right, buddy. It's okay. It's all right. Anyway, Alvarez batting .252. First pitch to Alvarez is a ball. 1-0. Alvarez got 9 home runs, 22 RBIs in 62 games. He's hit 3 straight games with an RBI. So let's make it 4, right? So first time today, the Mets got something brewing. So let's do it. Of course, now I'm waiting for something to happen. It's 1-1 count. I tell you, man. Still 1-1. Waiting for everything to happen here, and that's going to be up high, 2-1. He has like the lowest pitches per inning, 14.5. So, you know, nothing over 15 in an inning, which is great for a starting pitcher because you go long. And a throw back to second, and he's going to be safe. So 1 disengagement. He'll get another one. And, of course, after that, call it a balk, and then they get the next base. I've never seen it. I would love to see it. In all the games that I've done this year, I've never seen it happen. And Young is, you know, going back and forth, so disturbing Sonny Gray, so he took the time, you know, off the bat, you know, to start all over again. Here comes a pitch, and that's low. 3-1. I'm sorry. 3-1 count. Whew. On deck is Brett Beatty. And like I said, guys, normally that ball is fouled out of play, 3-2. So normally I would say that this lineup is weak at the end, but they put him Alvarez, who has got some decent. He can hit. You know, he's shown it. But I still consider the weak area still 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's just that they, you know, and like I said, there's a man on second base, and there's a ground ball right to third, and right to first, and that's it. So they failed to score again. So they leave. This is the first time tonight that they got a man in scoring position. So score that, a 5-3 putout, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Boston. So right there, the Mets left their first. They got their first hit, and they left their first batter on scoring position. So right there, see, you can't do that. I'm sorry, you just can't do that. Winning teams score when they need to score. And coming up for the Red Sox, Rafaela, I believe, Rafaela, Abreu, and Gonzalez. Rafaela, Abreu, and Gonzalez. And let's check some scores. The Reds leading the Cubs on the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. In the top of the 2nd, the Rangers lead the Astros 2-0. Good for Brandon Nimmo. He got an RBI double. Good for Brandon Nimmo. Angels at Twins. 1-0 Twins in the bottom of the 1st. Wow, the Tigers, top of the 7th. And it's 7-2 Tigers. Wow. They're warming up in Nationals, Yankees, and they're going to get underway soon. Still in the bottom of the end of the 5th, actually, the Royals are losing to the Orioles 3-2. The Rays are beating the Mariners 4-1 in Tampa. The Guardians 3, Marlins 0, top of the 6th. Athletics and White Sox, bottom of the 4th, no score. Braves at Cardinals, top of the 2nd, no score. And that's it for right now. And coming up is Kadeen Rafaela, who sacrificed bunt his first time up. And first pitch is fouled back, 0-1. Next pitch is a ball outside, 1-1. Next pitch is swung on and fouled off. We got a 1-2 count. That's outside, 2-2. Two and two. And that's going to be a ground ball. And that's Zach Short over the first. I hope he got him. Yep. Score that. 4-3. I cringe when that guy touches the ball. 1 out. It's going to bring up Abreu, who walked and scored a run. First time up. First pitch is a strike call. 0-1. Next pitch is inside, almost hits him. It's 1-1. Boy, I don't know how he got away from that, man. He jumped big time out of the way. Went down on his face. Lucky he had his hands down. He really went flat on his face. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball to you should have just held it. He was going to be safe, base hit. Nice try by Lindor, but that was way in the hole. Single. And here comes Gonzalez, who struck out his first time up. And it takes a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. One pitch, and that's low. 2-1. Two-one pitch, and that's going to be swung on and fouled back. We got a 2-2 count. Throw to first. He's safely back. One disengagement. You get a 2, of course. One left. Two count. And that's going to be a... Oh, I thought that should have been a strike 3, but that's 3-2 now. 3-2. McLean's at 55 pitches already. Third inning only. Next pitch is swung on, and he missed it, and that is another strikeout for McLean. That's 2 outs. And here comes Yoshida, who is 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. Oh my God, I saw what he did, Soto. He closed the ball before he caught it. Terrible. Oh boy. First pitch to Yoshida, and that's going to be a ball upstairs. And that's a pop-up. Second baseman Short makes the catch and retires the side. That's 2 plays by Short that he made the out. I'm going to be on this guy. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like him. Anyway, that's no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the third. Mets trail 2-0. Coming up for the Mets will be Zach Short, A.J. Ewing, and Juan Soto. Let's see if Zach Short can change my mind. Anyway, don't forget, after this inning, we'll check the poll to see who wins this first game. Like I said, I mean, unfortunately, the Mets started the game with giving up the error, and then the 2 runs scored, and you're going against Sonny Gray, who is a all-star, and he's 10-1 this year. And I did a game on it was a Saturday, and he almost threw a no-hitter. Unfortunately, he gave up a home run, and that ended his no-hitter. But he went all the way to 9 innings, so. But he did give up a hit this the second inning. So that's not happening here. Yep. See what we can do. Any day. Oh, no, I don't have it. Gone. Blank screen. Oh, here it comes. It's the... Yeah, we know Boston got there late. We know. I don't care. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. 5:05 they got into Citi Field today. I don't really care. I already don't care. I'm missing the, get it going, the game. Let's go. Zach Short's up. First pitch to him is a call strike. Again, they go back to the screen. Again, they do the same thing again. That's a call strike. Like I said, I'm going to repeat myself because they keep going back to it. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know what's going on, guys. I have no clue. Again, I lost it. There is something wrong with this feed. All right, so did Zach Short get a base hit? No way. No. Who is that up at bat? Oh, it was Beatty. Beatty got his hit. Zach Short's up right now, 167, 2 RBIs in 26 games of Met. So I missed it because the thing got away. That's 1-1 count. So Brett Beatty got a single because if he did, he got his 9-game hitting streak. Unbelievable. I thought it was Zach Short up. Now Zach Short is up with a 1-1 count. And that's going to be fly back, out of play, 1-2. Thought I heard my daughter crying. Then my window's open so I can hear people outside probably. 1-2. And he swings and fouls it back still. Oh, it's outside. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. 1-2 to Zach Short. So I missed Beatty getting the hit. Oh well. And that's outside. And Brett Beatty steals second. I'm going to give him that because I didn't give him the hit. 5th stolen base this year for Brett Beatty. So I'll tell you right now, Brett Beatty's making a, he's trying to change the Mets' mind, I guess. 2-2 pitch, and that's a ball. 3-2. Once again, the Mets got something going. On deck batter, A.J. Ewing. Here comes the pitch, and that's low. He walked him. Zach Short gets walked. First walk given up by Sonny Gray. There we go. I like that a lot. I like that. First and second. Here comes A.J. Ewing, who flew out his first time up. Gray's only thrown 37 pitches, but now the Mets need to make him work. Here comes the pitch, and he's in a bunting situation. He bunts it foul. Yeah, I don't think I want A.J. Ewing bunting. Come on, who is doing this? Why? Why sacrifice them over? You got Juan Soto batting next. Oy. Oh boy. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's outside, 1-1. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be ball low. It's 2-1, so we got something going here. Keep it going. Keep it going. Bring that pitch count up. Two and one count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to second, over to first. You're not going to get him. No way you're going to get him. That's going to be a fielder's choice. I knew you weren't going to get A.J. Ewing on that. It's now first and third. One out. So it's almost like sort of a sacrifice. Well, you know, doesn't matter. Juan Soto's up anyway. It's a fielder's choice. You're not going to get A.J. Ewing. No way. That guy burns down the line. Anyway, here comes Juan Soto. Flew out his first time up. AJ is a threat to steal, but sometimes AJ, he's got to learn better how to steal bases. Anyway, I wouldn't try to steal with Juan Soto up. Actually, he struck out his first time up. What am I talking about? I am so sorry. Looking. That's going to be a call strike. Mets are threatening. They got a chance here. And with Juan Soto, one swing, this game could be the Mets, you know what I'm saying? That pitch is swung on, and that is down there. It's going to be staying in fair. Oh, come on. It stays in fair territory, and he gets him out. And the guy, they're thrown away. And the Mets score one. And A.J. Ewing heads up and goes to third. So Juan Soto, sacrifice fly. So we give him that. Mets score. Juan Soto, sacrifice fly, and then they threw it to third. But actually, they should have threw it to the cutoff man, and he throws it back, trying to get him at second, but way wide, and A.J. Ewing goes to third. It's now 2-1, man on third, and Francisco Lindor, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out. Now their pitching coach comes out because, you know, every time something happens, it's always the pitcher's fault, right? That's an error on the third baseman, or that was a shortstop. He throws it wide, but yet the pitching coach always got to come out. Say, what happened now? What did he do? Anyway, Lindor has a chance to tie this game up or put him ahead. It seems like Lindor hasn't done anything in a while. Maybe it's a good time for him to start. You know? Like I said, he's flew out this first time up. He's got a chance to get an RBI to tie the game. But see, me personally, I think there's more to his story this year with the injuries. I think there's more to the story. Because he's not the Lindor that we paid $300 and something million to bring here. Far from it, guys. That's a strike swinging 0-1. In my opinion, of course. With runners in scoring position, he's 185, a triple, a home run, and 7 RBIs, and he struck out. So that's that's Lindor this season with runner in scoring position. It's an 0-1 count. chance for the Mets to tie this up or go ahead, of course. Here comes the pitch, and that's high outside, 1-1. Career versus Sonny Gray, 286 average, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 4 walks. So, you know. And a pitch is swung on, and that's hit right to right left fielder, and that is going to retire the side. So, the Mets do get one. They leave one. Going to the top of the fourth, it's 2-1 Red Sox. You see what I'm saying? It's this is not the Lindor we paid the money the Mets paid for. So 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 left on. Coming up for the Red Sox in the fourth will be Durbin, Duran, and Wong. So let's check that. Let's check the poll right now. Let's see who we have to win this first game of the 3-game series. All right, let's see what we got here. Hold on. Wait, what happened here? How can I get that again? All right, what's going on? Frozen? Nope, this ain't working. Oh, I lost it. Give me 1 second. Don't know what happened here. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, so we got 12 votes. So thank you for the votes. Appreciate it. We got the Red Sox at 17%, and we got the Mets at 83%. And right now, those 17% Red Sox have the lead. But it's early, and we'll check it again before the 8th inning tonight, later. All right, so there you go. We will also check some scores now. Well, they're coming back quick, so I'll give you one score if I can. Middle of the 6th. Reds beating Cubs 1-0 still on an Ellie De La Cruz solo home run in his 15th. So there you go. And we'll get back to the rest later. All right, so it's going to be Duran. He's grounded out his first time up. He takes a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is a fly ball, foul. It's going to be a 2-strike count. $60 pitches right now by McClain in the 4th inning. 60 pitches. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a ground ball, right to short. Not short, but I should say second because it's yeah I messed it up. I gotta because the guy's name is Short, guys. I know. Anyway, it's an out. 4-3 put out. I'm just waiting for him to mess up in a serious situation, like he's done before. So it's bringing up Jared Duran, who flew out his first time up. And that pitch is a ball, 1-0. It would be cool if McClain can get an easy inning because this pitch count is getting up way too high. And you'd like to see him go through 6, at least to get to 6. Next pitch is swung on, and that is fouled back, 1-1. You know? That's a problem. You gotta, you don't want to keep using your bullpen up. 1-1 count, and that's going to be a strike call. 1-2. Well, the Red Sox has the fewest MLB home runs of 81 this season, so they really are not a home run hitting ball club. And watch this. Bing! Out of the ballpark. And that's going to be a ball, 2-2. Two and two. Here comes the next pitch. And that's going to be a ball outside. 3-2. So far, he has not had a clean inning, and that's why his pitch count is up high. On deck batter is Wong. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Struck him out. That's good right there. That's two quick ones. 1, 2. He's got 4 strikeouts. A strikeout in each inning. Brings up Wong, who walked his first time up. Next pitch is swung on, and that is popped up and behind the plate, and Alvarez cannot get it because it's out of play. Strike one, 0-1. Next pitch is hit him. Oh, boy. Hit by pitch. There isn't a day that I do a game, that any baseball game, it doesn't matter if it's the Mets, a batter gets hit in every game that I've done this year. Hit by pitch. And you know what happens when hit by pitches start? The floodgates open most of the time. It's going to bring up Chang, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. 0-1. Yeah, you don't want these stuff to happen. You really don't. Hopefully you can get out of this without anything causing a problem. Get back in the dugout. That pitch is swung on and missed. Foul back, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be high upstairs for a ball. 1-2. He's now at 72 pitches, which is probably going to give him another, maybe to the 5th inning if we're lucky. He throws the first, and he's back safely, so 1 disengagement. And he'll get a second one. Oh, he has 1 left, I mean. Here comes the pitch, and that's outside. He throw to second. Oh, he's going to be safe with a stolen base. And he just came off the bag. Did he? They're going to check Boston, but I think he came off that bag, guys. He's slid. He had his foot. Lindor kept him on, and then, hold on. No, he's safe, guys. Guys, he's actually safe. What are they doing? He's safe. Did they go to commercial? Unless they're going to call him out. I don't know. I think he's safe unless they got him again. But I saw that hand on the bag. The glove. When did he get him? If he go, maybe right there? I don't know if he's out, guys. Let me see. I don't know. Can't tell you. They're checking it. He might be out. I don't know if that glove came off at one, because Lindor was right there with the tag on everything. He was just standing there like this. Woo, woo. He might be safe. That's a guy that slid feet first. That's somebody that I like because he slides feet first because you get a better chance to to get the stolen base, but Lindor kept the tag, and I'm not sure. I think he's safe, guys. I hate to say it, but and it was a ball probably because he didn't strike him out with that. It's 1-2, I think. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. They're going to keep checking. Safe. I knew it. Because I saw his hand on that bag. I didn't see him ever move the hand. Anyway, runner on second. I think 2-2 pitch to Chang coming up. So a guy, again, a runner in scoring position. And this is where you don't want them to score. You just got to run back. You don't want to go back down 2 again. But that seems to be the Mets this year. You know, they don't keep runners from scoring, especially when they get hit by pitches. It's a 2-2 count. Pitch is swung on, and that's going to be dunked into right field. They're coming home with the play. Here comes the throw. He might be out. He's safe. They call him safe, and there goes another run. The Mets are going to challenge. I don't know because I thought he was out. Let's see. He might be out. I don't know. I hope he's out because the Mets can't give up these runs here. I just said it. Base hit right off the next pitch. Binge throws a beautiful throw to home plate. Alvarez, I don't know if he got him before he got. I don't know. He come flying around that base. Alvarez might have tagged him. I don't know.
Do not answer this call.
I'm not answering the call. Stop calling me. This is you should not be calling this at 9 o'clock. Some solicitor. I don't know. I missed the play because I was being with these people. McClain thinks he got him, or maybe not. Now McClain's eyes were like, yeah, no. No, I don't think he got his hand down. I don't know, guys. I don't know again. Knowing the Mets, they probably scored, and it's 3-1. Unbelievable how this team gives up the runs. He's out! Take that all back what I just said. What a throw by McClain. Not McClain. I'm sorry. I meant to say, who did I meant to say? Who did I meant to say? Oh, Binge. What a throw by Binge. I know, thank you. Beautiful. So, no runs. Hold on. No runs. 1 hit. 1 left. Going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1. Not 3, guys. That did not score. It's 2-1 Boston. Just remember, it's 2-1, not 3-1. They caught him at the plate. Coming up for the Mets in the bottom of the 4th will be Binge, who threw him out, Polanco, and Young. So don't worry about that. That score is wrong right there. 3-1 is not the score. This 3D is all messed up now. But you know what I'm saying? You don't get into that situation. Thankfully, I'm telling you, we got 2 arms out in the outfield at Binge, and we got A.J. Ewing that can gun down runners. Soto, not so much. Sometime, maybe, if he doesn't nonchalant, the throw. But he's not as good as an arm as A.J. Ewing and Binge, Carson Binge. So, anyway, we don't need that run to be scored. No way. It's bad enough you're down. You were down 2-0. You just got to run back. So, Change that thing there, please. It's not 3-1. Oh boy, what a game so far. What a crazy start and all that good stuff. And do you notice how what's his name wears his hat? I said it the last time I watched I did a game on Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's got it tilted to the side. And it's a ball. Ball to Carson Binge. Binge grounded out his first time up. So it's 1-0 to Carson Binge. They still haven't changed that. So disregard that right there. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a strike call, 1-1. One count. And that's going to be low, 2-1. He's going to pitch his 50th pitch, and it's bottom of the fourth. So he's perfect right now. Sonny Gray. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman dives, and he can't get it. It's going to be a base hit for Carson Binge. First hit of the game for Carson Binge. Mets have a man on first. Good start to an inning. Dove, and just out of his reach. And it's going to bring up Polanco, who flew out his first time up. First pitch for Polanco is a ball. 1-0. One-0 count. That's going to be a strike call. 1-1. One count, and that's going to be a ball. 2-1. The catcher was going to, I think he may have thought about challenging, but he did not. Remember, they both have both of their challenges left. 2 challenges each left. 2-1 count. Pitch is swung on, and that is hit out to left field. Playable, and that's an out. 1 gone. Mets love hitting it to left field today. They're hitting balls to left field a lot. It's going to bring up Jared Young, who doubled his first time up. Well, there he goes again. There goes Rice again. Rice just hit another home run for the Yankees. He's on fire. Was that the 29th home run or 30th? I don't know. He's going to be in the home run derby, and that's a strike to Young, swinging, 0-1. Yeah, so Rice will be in there. The kid might take it all, man. Maybe that might be my pick. Scoreboard will be in there. Harper. I don't know who else. Who else? I don't know. For the first, and he's back safely, so that's 1 disengagement. You get 2. He has 1 left. It's a 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and the runner goes, and he's going to be safe. Safe. Carson Binge steals a base. Runner on second base. Stole that off the pitcher. He beat it, no problem. So Young has got a man on second. Tying run is on second for the Mets. It's a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a call. Strike 1 and 2. Opportunity right here. And of course, we're getting down to the weakest lineup part, which I consider Young part of, even though he got a double. He doesn't get hits all the time. You know, he doesn't get big hits when there's men on base, of course. It's a 2-2 count. On deck batter will be Francisco Alvarez. There comes the 2-2 pitch. And, oh, he takes a call, strike 3. You see what I'm saying, guys? You see what I see? I see it. Another failed opportunity. He looked at that strikeout, and here comes Alvarez. And Alvarez is 0 for 1 with a ground out. But the last 3 games, he's gotten 3 RBIs. So it wasn't a strike. They just checked it. He didn't tap it, but you know the guys on TV checked it, and it was nowhere near a strikeout, and he didn't even bother challenging. So there you go. Alvarez, first pitch to Alvarez is a ball, 1-0. He just threw his 60th pitch right now, so getting that up there. Runner on second base. Francisco Alvarez is up, 1-0 count. 2-1 Boston, bottom of the 4th. Mets got a man on second, and that's going to be a strike call, 1-1. You know, pretty soon, Alvarez is going to tap his helmet. I could just feel it. He does it a lot. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to third. Throw to first, and that is the inning. Again, score that a 5-3 putout. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Going to the top of the 5th, Mets trail 2-1. See what I'm saying, guys? I say these things because I see it every single day in the Met game. That's another man left in base in this game, scoring position, or even on the base. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 left on base out of the 4 innings that they played, and they only scored 1 run. How are you going to win games like that, really? Because they don't have 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters. They don't have it. If you look at the teams that are number 1 or they're in the race for the playoffs, they all have batters that can hit at any time, base hits and singles and doubles, blah, 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 blah. Mets do not. Mets have a weak, and I said it before I was on it, before I did this last year. They were the weakest at 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I was even proved. Even the Mets announcers were telling them they have to get better at those positions. They did not. They did nothing. They don't even have a bench, guys. Look at their bench. Horrible bench. Pinch hitters. No pinch hitters. No big pinch hitters. Anyway, coming up in the 5th inning for the Bruins. Oh my God. I'm doing Bruins hockey right now, ladies and gentlemen. No, thank you. Siegler, Raffaella, and Abreu will be coming up against McLean. Probably McLean's last inning. So we'll see. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, there's nobody that can drive in runs on this team under the 7th, 8th, and 9th order. They'll do some individual stuff. You know, hey, I'll get a single here when there's nobody on base. Oh, I'll get a double here. No one's getting on base. You know, but when it needs, the runners are on scoring position. Nope. So there you go. And McLean is keeping them in this game. So, you know. But for how long that they're going to stay like this? Anyway, here comes Sigler. He's 0 for 2. And he's got a run scored. Because he reached on an error. And that first pitch is a ball. Oh, I think there's something going to be brewing outside. I heard some noise. Next pitch is swung on, and that's going to be a base hit in left field. That's going to be a man on first. You know, I mean, don't you think that the teams see this and they say, well, look, the Mets can't even get a run. They can't even score. They've left men on base. Now go out there and destroy them. So there you go. Base hit starts it off. It's going to bring on Rafaela. He's 0 for 2. I see it all the time. And that pitch is up high, way up high, past Rafaela's face almost, but 1-0. When was the last time the Mets got a double play? When did the Mets get a double play? Because they don't have a double play combination. I mean, the last time I seen one, and he's going to tap the helmet. It was a call to strike, and it's the first challenge by Boston. And I think it's a strike, guys. Unless I'm blind, which I could be. I'm not. They lose their challenge. They got one more left. So that was good for the Mets to make him lose their challenge, because you know what happens after that. Umpires would call their own strikes. And I'd rather have the Mets have 2 left than none like they usually do. 1-1 count. Next pitch is going to be fouled off down the third base line. There's 2 strikes, 1 and 2. You know? Very close game. Mets are still in it. Just got to start getting runs before the Red Sox come back and just take over this game like they've been doing over the last. Ground balls. Lindor, nice play. Backhand to second, over to first, and he's going to be safe. But they get the out at second base. So there you go. At least you get the out at second. Fielder's choice. Nice play by Lindor. Backhand over to second. They try to get him with short. I think Short's arm is not good enough. So, you know, I can't say nothing good about that guy, really. I'm not gonna. I give him the opportunity. So far, he's been failing in my book. Brings up Abreu. And he just threw his 81st pitch. Abreu is 1 for 1, a walk, a single, and a run scored. So McLean is at 81 pitches right now. If he can get out of this jam or this inning right now, he can probably pitch the next inning or start the next inning, but we'll have to see. That ball is a strike call, 1-1. So let's see. Let's hope. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they're playing Boston. And that pitch is swung on, and that's going to be belted over the head of Binge, and there's going to be a run scoring. Nope, he's not scoring. He actually did score. Wow. He doubled, and the run did not score. His 20th double of the year for Abreu, and they did not score that run. It's now second and third. All right. Hey, listen. You know what? Take that, because now you got Gonzalez coming up, who struck out twice his first. He struck out twice his first time up. He struck out 2 times already. So we'll see. I thought for sure that they were going to score that run, but I guess the Cameron off the, with Binge's arm, they got a little scared. And the first pitch is going to be a ball inside. 1-0. And the pitch is swung on. That ball is hit down the right field line. Caught. Oh, no! It banged into the wall, the side wall. It's called a foul ball, but Binge crashed that wall.
Go!
Seems to be all right. Let's see. It was a foul ball. It's a good thing we got panning, but that panning don't give, man. Knocked his hat off. It's a strike. 1-1. I thought Binge was going to make that catch. So, nope. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled again down the right field line. 1-2 now. McLean's got a chance to strike him out for the third time, which would be good. Which would be nice because, you know, you're in a jam right now, second and third. Here comes, well, not yet. Here comes the pitch. No, he took it. He looked at it. He looked at a call, strike 3. That's the third time he struck out tonight. He looked at that third strike, and it's going to be up Yoshida. And Yoshida has the 2 RBIs for the Boston Red Sox. He looked at that pitch. Wow. Whatever happened to protecting the plate? First pitch to Yoshida is a what? Oh, strike. Okay. He's 1 for 2, like I said. He's got the double that got the 2 RBIs. Now we don't want that to happen again, right, guys? Let's get the out, please. And here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to first, taken to McLean, and that is the inning, and he gets out of the jam. Now, that's momentum right there. That's a momentum play, and the Mets should use that, hopefully, to their advantage. Score that a 3-1 put out. So, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1 Boston. You see what I'm saying? I think that Boston should have scored that run, but they didn't chance it with Binge. So that's a weapon out there. Binge is a weapon. And they were afraid to try. That actually helped the Mets out. Anyway, coming up for the Mets will be Beatty, an out, and then Ewing. You know what I'm saying, short. I'm sorry, guys. I hope any of you guys don't like, I'm sorry if you like short because I don't understand why this guy is on our team. I've said it when he first was traded to us. I said, he's already on the Mets. The first season with Mendoza, he played 10 games and did nothing. And then when he comes up this time, he gets traded to the Mets, and then he blows a game with error. You know, come on. This guy doesn't belong here. We have other guys down there that deserve to be up here. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, he's coming up second. So Beatty, Short, and Ewing against Sonny Gray. So prove me wrong, Short. Prove me wrong. Come on, do it. A lot of young prospects down there that can come up to fill in the Ventos problem. But no. And you know, I thought Green was the player of development. Wasn't he? Why ain't the player development guy saying, hey, listen, let me bring this guy up. What, you don't do that job anymore? You don't realize who's down there that can come up? Plus, there's some veterans probably down there that played for the majors, but you don't want to come up here just to fill in. Who knows? That can change it could change everything in the Mets, you know. So, wow, they got the great Mookie Wilson from the 1986 New York Mets. You got to give that up, baby. Wait. I got to give that up for Mookie Wilson. 1986. Brett Beatty, 1 for 1, single, run scored, and stolen base. First pitch is a ball. 1-0. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. 2-0. Yeah, the great Mookie Wilson. Game 6. That's like in everybody's brain. Even if you weren't born then, you look it up, and what an exciting 86 series that was. We got to get back to that. We need to get back to like, you know, man, I would just take 2015, you know? So close. We haven't done none of that. It's a 3-0 count and strike call, 3-1. 66 pitches thrown by Gray, bottom of the 5th. 3-1 pitch to Beatty. And that pitch is swung on. That's going to be hit to center fielder and makes the catch. 1 gone. And here comes Zach Short. So he actually walked his first time up. They just saw the Bill Buckner play. It gets by Buckner and the Mets win. Here comes Knight and the Mets win. That's what it was. It bet by Buckner and the Mets. Yeah. It gets by Buckner and here comes Knight and the Mets win. Anyway, that plays over and over, but we don't want to be playing over and over. We want to be going forward and winning. And that's Zach Short, and that's a ball. Next pitch is going to be fouled off. 1-1. D-Train is talking to him. That's Dontrell Willis. D-Train. Talking to the great Mookie Wilson. Anyway, 1-1 count. And that's going to be a ball outside. 2-1. That's his 70th pitch to Gray. From Gray. So there you go. He's got 70 up now. I say one more inning. Next pitch is a swung on and missed. We got a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and Zach Short takes it for strike 3. I'm not going to say nothing about this guy. A.J. Ewing's up. He's 0 for 2 today. Got on with a fielder's choice. And that's a call strike. 0-1. Hey, thank you there, USA. That's for you, buddy. 0-2 now on A.J. Ewing. Flied out in the fielder's choice, like I said. Mets trail 2-1, bottom of the 5th. And that pitch is low. 1-2. Tough one, tough one. There we go. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit for A.J. Ewing. First hit of the game for A.J. It's going to bring up Juan Soto, who hit a sacrifice fly. one sacrifice fly, so he's got an RBI, 0 for 2. Actually 0 for 1, I'm sorry. Chance for the Mets to really take the lead. Give a lead to McLean. Here's the first pitch, and that's a ball inside. Here comes the 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, and it's outside, 2-0. They're not going to, you know what, guys? They're going to pitch around him if they can. They're only going to see if he's going to swing at something, because that's what they do for, Juan Soto, They'll pitch around him. Unless somebody decides not to and think they can beat him. And that ball is going to be a strike like that, you know what I'm saying? Once in a while, Juan won't look at a pitch, or he'll look at a pitch, and 2-1 count. And that's a ground ball right to second, and that's going to be the out. Unfortunately, score that a 4-3 put out. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the 6th inning. 2-1 Boston. Coming up for Boston will be Durbin, Duran, and Wong. Let's check some scoreboard. Hey guys, if you're new here, please hit that like and that subscribe. It's free. I do appreciate it. And to let me know if you're a Met fan or are you a Boston Red Sox, because I parked the car in the yard for you. That's my best Boston. I'm sorry, guys. That's all. Thank you, Woody. Let's check some scores out here. And we got, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. We got the Cubs at Reds, and the Reds are winning 4-0. And another home run was J.J. Bleday, his 15th of the year. That's in the middle of the 8th inning. Astros at Rangers. The Rangers are winning 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Angels 4, Twins 1 in the bottom of the 5th also. Yankees got a 1-0 lead over the Nationals in the bottom of the 3rd on that one I told you about. Ben Rice's 29th home run of the season. The Mariners at the Rays. The Rays have a 7-2. Actually, the game's over. Hold on. That could be over. Yep, final score 7-2, Tampa Bay over Seattle. Just keeping up that, that first place in the East, American League East. Guardians 3, Marlins 2, bottom of the 9th inning. Home run by Chase DeLauder, 2-run home run is 10th for Cleveland. And we'll go back to the game now. All right. Coming up for Durbin is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs, and McLean is still in the game. The first pitch is, he missed it, but Lindor's right there, and he makes the place the play. Nice play by Lindor. Score of that is 6-3 put out. It went right past McLean's glove, but it didn't deflect. Thank God it didn't deflect. And that's 1 gone. I was just going to say how many pitches has McLean have, because he's in the 6th inning, which you really want him to be there. You want your starters to get to 6 at least. Get through 6 at least, right? And first pitch to Duran, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. McLean, pitch again, swung on, and that's going to be right to Lindor in the outfield grass, and he makes the catch, and that's 2 gone. I like this a lot there. 2 quick outs. 2 gone, and it's going to come up with Wong. who is actually 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a walk. So they're not telling me how many pitches he's got left. Why not? Pitches a strike, 0-1. He's got 93 pitches, so this is his last inning, guys. Let's make it a good one, right? Go out, make it a good one. And a stolen base, actually, for Wong, too. Next pitch is a ball. It's 1-1. I have to say that he had a good game. I mean, even though it's 2-1, that first inning is not his fault with that, that error by Soto. Next pitch is a strike. We got a 1-2 count. I like the way McClain is pitching. It's good, because really we don't have a our pitching staff is really not a pitching staff, pitching by committee, I guess. 1-2 count, and outside, 2-2. Two count. Up, timeout. Something wrong. Alvarez came out. Don't know why. I never know why Alvarez is coming out. He all of a sudden he stopped his motion, made it stop his motion, came out. Don't ask me. 96 pitches in. Green just put more gum in his mouth. He always likes to chew his bubble gum on both sides of his mouth. Then he does that pointy thing on his face when you see him. He always puts his finger right up here. Pointing finger up here by his temple. So anyway, 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be outside, 3-2. This might be his last batter if he doesn't get him out, guys. I would like to see him get 3 full 6 innings. But I think Alvarez screwed that up. And that's called strike 3. All right, he gets out of the inning. And that's going to be it for McClain. No runs, no hits, none left. We are going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Boston. Nice. Like I said, nice outing for McClain. Unfortunately, like I said, you know how the Mets are. You know how they are. They did it with Jacob deGrom. They did it with all the great pitchers. They don't get runs. They don't score runs for these pitchers. So maybe, because the Mets are coming up, let's see if they can get runs before, get runs for him. So you got Lindor, Binge, and Polanco. See what happens. See if they can get him on the win column. See what happens. Well, we'll see. Let's go back to the scoreboard. The Athletics are at White Sox, and the White Sox are winning 6-1 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a delay in top of the 4th in St. Louis. The Braves and Cardinals, no score. Probably rain, that's probably why, yeah. Warming up in San Diego will be the Blue Jays at Padres. 10-10 tonight Eastern. D-backs at Dodgers. And the final score, the Tigers beat the Phillies 10-2. Tigers' 5-run rally in the 6th was a demise by the Phillies, by the Tigers. Orioles beat the Royals 5-3. Sam Balisalo hit a go-ahead 2-run home run, his 15th. Did the big man get anything? He's in my fantasy team. Let's see if the Polar Bear did anything tonight. Polar Bear did get a hit and a walk and a run scored. So there you go. Thank you, Polar Bear. And the Guardians beat the Marlins 3-2 now. And that's it. That's everything. That's all we got. No more. All right. Mets coming up. See what we can do. Lindor has been, you know how when you hear those crickets outside, that's Lindor lately, or for a while now. He's been nothing but nothing. And that's going to be a ball, 1-0. Gray is at 81 pitches. Lindor's flew out twice tonight. So it's like Lindor came out of spring training, got hurt. Well, actually, had to get that thumb surgery, whatever you want to call it. And the Red Sox challenge it, and they call it a strike. So the Red Sox keep their one challenge, and it's now 1-1 actually on Lindor. Then he got hurt again. So it's like he's in like spring training all over again. 1-1 count, and that pitch is swung on, and he's going to get a base hit. Oh my God, I can't even get a base hit for who? Francisco Lindor. Yes, you heard me, Lindor gets a base hit. After all the talk I've been saying here, look at that. See that? You heard me. He gets a base hit. Maybe that'll break him out of this, whatever he's in. And it's going to be up. Binge is coming up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Last time up, he got a single. And a run scored. Did he score that run? Yeah, Binge did. I think he scored that run. First pitch is a ball outside. 1-0. No, he got the stolen base. Single and stolen base. He didn't get the run score. But anyway, Mets are trying to do something here. So we got to get this going. There we go. Pitch is on the outside. 2-0. There's a lot more people in the stands today for a Friday night. The Mets are on a 2-game win streak. 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball right to second. Over the it's safe. Oh, Binge didn't beat that out. They call it a double play. They're going to check maybe. Green said nope. Double play. What a killer right there. Man, I tell you, when did you ever see the Mets get a double play? It's been a long time since we had one, since Simeon and Bichette or Lindor, you know. Well, anyway, there's 2 outs. Polanco's 0 for 2. Flew out first two times up. Yeah, where is Bichette today? I just noticed that he's not playing at all. So anyway, strike. Ball 1-0. Just like that, you get yourself double plays. Just kill innings. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch to Polanco. 2-0. I think they had to give Bichette a day off, right? Why not, right? But he's on the bench. That's a good thing, right? Pinch hitter. Maybe he can do something later. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a strike call. 2-1. He's going to challenge. Polanco's challenging it. Polanco's challenge, but it looks like it was a strike, guys. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. Nope, it's a ball. Polanco wins that challenge. Good job. Mets still have 2 challenges left. Good eye, Polanco. 1.5 inches away from that strike zone. 3-0 count by Polanco. He's going to throw his 90th pitch right now to Polanco. And that's going to be a ball. What? No, that was not a ball. But, of course, one of those phantom pitches, the 3-0, they give it to him. That was his 90th pitch, guys. Now it's 3-1. Give him a nice pitch. So Polanco does have power. That ball is swung on, slowly hit the second. Polanco is out. No. That's not for you to do. Get out of here. Wrong thing. Anyway, score that 4-3. No runs, no hits. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Going to the 7th inning. 2-1 Boston. And that's going to be a new pitcher for the Mets. Unbelievable. I you know, double plays. Kill, double plays. Double plays. Oy, oy, oy. Coming up for Boston will be Cheng, Sigler, and Rafaela, right? Yeah, Cheng, Sigler, Rafaela. Seventh inning, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Tough one today, guys. Tough one. They're still in this game. They got to find somewhere. Once you get, I guarantee, once you get Sonny Gray out, you got a chance. Sonny Gray, you know, he's their best pitcher, so. But you got to get this 3 outs here. You know, you want to give up no more runs. And I don't think McClain's coming out. I mean, I don't think he's coming out for another inning. I think he's out of the game. I didn't see any relief pitcher warming up because Apple doesn't show you that. You know, they don't show that stuff. They show what they want to show. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, God. Ugh. Game started late because the Boston Red Sox had some travel difficulties. They didn't get to Citi Field till 5:05, they said. I said, listen, I'm sorry, guys. We're going to forfeit this game. The Mets win. That's what I would have said. Sorry, you're not here. All right. Let's see who's pitching for the Mets. And it's going to be, looks like, Minter. Minter's in the game. Against, try to bunt, and they call that a ball. Minter is 17 games, 1-1 record, ERA of 0.53, and his WHIP is 0.65, 14 strikeouts to 1 walk. That's a ball. Next pitch is a bunting situation. Minter. Oh no, it's going to be a base hit. Wow. Are you kidding me? He bunted over Minter's head, and Lindor couldn't get to it. By the time he did, there was a base hit. He bunted that perfectly, and it went over the head of Minter. And there's a man on first. Just like that. Just like that. Now, can we get a double play? Can the Mets get a double play? Sigler is up 1 for 3 with a single his last time up. And the pitch is a ball. A bunt base hit, guys. Wow. Old school, right? Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a call strike, and they're going to tap that helmet, and it may be a ball. I don't know. We'll find out. If they didn't get it, it's going to be their last challenge, and that is a ball like I thought it would be, and they still got the 1 challenge, so it's now a 2-0 count. He missed it by 0.4 inches, the umpire. So the umpire needs my glasses and maybe your glasses and bifocals or something, because it's now 2-0 on Sigler. Here comes the pitch. He's in a bunting situation. What is up with this? That ball is foul. If it's like when I play MLB on the show live. Sometimes some guys just want to bunt for base hits, and that's annoying to me. And now they're doing it at a major league level. 2-1 pitch coming. And that's going to be high for a ball. Oh, boy. I can see this going down the tubes now. Oh, boy. 3-1 count. Can I get a "Let's Go Mets" chant? Because we need it. I gotta find a thing for that. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll make my own. Anyway, 3-1 count. And that's going to be a ground ball. Oh, out of foul. 3-2. They just can't get it to where they need to get the, a chance for a double play. 3-2 pitch. Get the strikeout, really. Get the strikeout, man. Then go for the double play. Get something. Get this. Don't. Yeah, don't. Throws the first. He's back safely. One disengagement. He has one more left. They're right there, guys. They're right in this game. They're right there with this team. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he swings, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run, his second of his career. It must be his career. Wow. He threw it right down the middle to a 3-2 pitch. Right down the middle. He took it, and there it goes, guys. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the game. Well, tomorrow, I am not doing a game anyway. Not because I was scheduled to do it. No. Saturday afternoon games I do so I don't stress out. I started a Saturday afternoon game for the Major League. So I pick a game and I do it. So tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, I'll be doing a game. You'll see it on my schedule. And then I'll come back on Sunday. And if the Mets lose tonight, hopefully they can win tomorrow. They can get a rubber game on Sunday. So we'll see. But right now, the Mets are losing 4-1. And Rafael is 0-2 and a 1 ball. And the next pitch is swung on, and that's a base hit. So good job putting Minter in the game, guys. Good job, because Minter is not used to this. He's usually a closer. He was a closer. You just can't, There's nothing you can do about it. You can't. I should realize that this season's way over. I just wanted to see if they can get a three winning streak again. They only had like 1 this year. Minter's getting beat up over here. Now strike call. Abreu's 2 for 2. Walk, single, double, and run scored. They were so close, guys. They couldn't get runs. There's a strike call, 0-2. You can't leave men on base, man. Oh my God. 0-2, no outs. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be high upstairs for a ball. 1-2. Well, all I can do is shake my head with this team. I really can't do nothing. I know deep down in my heart that they are going to be sellers at the deadline, and they're going to clean this clock. They're going to clean this team way up and out. So, and I'm fine I'm fine. Get us something better that's on this. And in the bullpen is Xavier Curry. He came in yesterday because that's why I saw him on the earlier game I did yesterday. Bitch is swung on and fouled back. So, yeah. Green doesn't know how to run a team. He was a Padre for 3 years. He did nothing. He had the worst record. He had a worse record than Mendoza. He just was plucked. He was plucked from the offices upstairs and he had to take his suit off to put on the Mets t-shirt. Because that's all he's wearing is a Mets hoodie or a t-shirt. So there you go. And that's a strikeout. 1 out. And I hope they get what's his name's the ex-Boston manager who was fired this year. I hope he becomes the Mets manager next year. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts. He's going to go for that good old golden sombrero. 1-0 count. There's nothing else you can say, man. I mean, there's nothing. They cannot consistently win more than 2 games in a row. One and one count. Yet. And I'll tell you again, I heard it from his own mouth. They asked him, Stearns, do you think the Mets still have a run here? Oh yeah, they just didn't hit it yet. When are they going to hit it, guys? When are they going to get these runs? When are they going to get these, this winning streak? When? When is it going to happen? 2 and 1 count. And that pitch is swung on and foul. Oh, he actually missed it. 2 and 2. I can't even get that to work anymore. None of these things want to work for me anymore. Hey, no, that's the wrong thing. That's why it didn't work. 2 and 2. Runner at first. 4 to 1. Here comes the pitch, and he swings at it, and there could be a double play, and the Mets can't turn a double play. Couldn't do it. They get the force play. They get the force play at second, but the runner gets on base. Fielder's choice. The Mets do not turn double plays like they used to. Lindor gets it, but then he's got Short, who really can't play. I don't even know why he's playing. I'm sorry. I've had it with Short. And it's going to bring up, who's up? Yoshida. Yoshida's 1 for 3. Next pitch, there's a base hit. Going over, Soto misses it. Soto misses it. Backed up by A.J. Ewing. And they throw it wide. Soto didn't even bend down for the ball. Soto and A.J. Ewing was right behind him to get it. I mean, he was really, literally, when Soto went down, he didn't bend all the way down to get the ball. Went right under his glove. Soto backed him up. A.J. backed him up. If A.J. wasn't there, they would have scored both runs. Now they got man on second and third. Or is it second and third? Or am I giving too many bases? Right? No, second and third. And now the pitching coach comes out. Guys, I'm telling you, this team is... My wife says it all the time. This is not a team. You can't even call them a team. This is not a team. These are a bunch of men getting on the field, and you don't know what they're going to do day to day. You don't know. Yesterday, they played great. They won 7-3. They did everything they're supposed to do right. The day before they won, they did everything 6-2. Right? Today they show up and they go, you know what? We'll play for a couple innings like this. We'll get a couple of, we'll give up a couple of runs, and then we'll give up a big sort of bottom runs. Dubon is 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs. It's 2 outs, guys. Ball. It's just ridiculous. I mean, come on. And don't you think the Boston Red Sox were chomping at the bit, like, ooh, we're gonna play the Mets, and that's a strike call, 1-1. So I'm like, they're like, whoa, yeah, the Mets, we're coming into Citi Field, we're gonna be there late, but still, they'll wait up for us. 1-1 count, and they're gonna just keep looking to keep their winning streak to go, and that's ground ball to the third. They call it foul outside of third, just foul. 1 and 2. Ridiculous. They should have got rid of Mendoza when they started when they lost those 12 games, and maybe things could have changed around, but it did never change. Never did. Never. Doesn't matter. You didn't have to. You really didn't have to. You didn't really have to fire Mendoza because you brought in Green, and he stinks also. That's a fly ball. Nope, actually, Zach Short makes the catch in the outfield grass, and that is the inning. But the damage has been done. So hold on, we'll tell you. Score that I put out. So the damage was done. Two runs was a home run by Ziegler. It's now 4-1 Boston. So they got 1, 2, 3 hits and 2 runs. 3 hits and 2 runs, and they left 2 on. All right, well, going to the bottom of the 7th. Let's all stretch now. 7th inning stretch. You know, stretch those stretchies. Coming up for the Mets, and I still think Sonny Gray maybe. Young, Alvarez, and Beatty. So the weakest links are coming up after Alvarez. So there you go. I got to put my battery. It seems like I always get my battery going down before a game is over. We don't need that. After this inning, we will check that poll. Maybe it'll be different now because it had the, well, most people were voting Mets. So maybe it might change. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, it's crazy. What are you going to do? I don't know. The team needs an overhaul. They definitely do. I mean, like I said, I don't mind. I said, listen, I'm sure a lot of Met fans would agree with me if they would have came out before right before Sunday. Say, listen, after the All-Star break, and by the time the trading deadline, we're going to be sellers. And I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine, and most Met fans would be fine with that. Stop playing us and stop telling us this is a champion. This is a team that's making the playoffs, or they got another run in them. What are they talking about? Where are they looking at? Where? I'm still looking. Can't find it. And every day I come on here when I do the games, I'm rooting for my team. You can tell I root for my team. I want them to win. I want them to be back the way they were. They can't. They're not doing it this year. Who knows? They might even do it next year. We don't know what's going to happen. New pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. It's Young. No, I'm sorry, Guerrero. Young is up for the Mets. So Guerrero's in. That's a change. That might be good, hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. And Young is 1 for 2. So Guerrero, 18 games, 1-1 record, ERA of 2.45, 23 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a whip of 0.98. So there you go. Maybe a change of pitcher might change this team. Who knows? And there's a 2-1 count. He got a double. Yeah, he's 1 for 2, Jared Young. So here we go. So like I said, hey, listen. Like I said, that's a ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit for Jared Young. And I can't get it. So Jared Young, who is mostly a weak hitter, but he's actually getting better, is 2 for 3 today. 2 for 3. And you'll take that. You'll take that. 2 for 3. And now Alvarez is 0 for 2. But Alvarez has pop in his bat. So, So you never know with Alvarez. He's 0 for 2, like I said, but you never know. Change of pitcher, you don't know. But they shouldn't be a 4-1 down. Should be 2-1. But, of course, they can't stop teams from scoring. 2 ground outs. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is swung on, and that's grounded right to short, over to second, and they complete another double play. You know what? This is going on, this one. That is going out there. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Score that 6-4-3 DP. Just like that. Another double play. That's the 3rd against the Mets today. Unbelievable. Not good, guys. It's going to bring up Beatty, 1 for 2. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? You know the pitch is trying to get you in a double play, and you swing at a pitch that's down in the ground, so you could just go, and especially Alvarez doesn't run, so you knew right away there's going to be double play. First pitch inside, he's got 101 mile per hour. Wow, I haven't seen that since, what's his name? Mazeroski. That's 1-0 count. Who is this kid? Because I just saw that pitch. And that pitch is swung on a 1-1 again. 1-1. He's thrown 2 1-1 pitches. Maybe it's just 2 double plays. I thought there was 3. My bad. I'm just making everybody get in the double play for them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's an inning killer. It's the biggest inning killer around. And here comes the 101 again, guys. 3 straight. So here you go. It's the 7th inning. The Mets are trailing 4-1, and they bring out a guy who's throwing 101 miles an hour. 2-1 right now. It's 3 pitches. Here comes a pitch, and that's going to be 101 again. 3-1. He's not. I must have missed the other 2 batters. I don't think he may have. I don't know. But all of a sudden I looked. I said 101. He's been throwing 4 pitches already, 101 miles per hour. To come in like this and do this, and that pitch is that's a foul ball. It's 101 mile per hour. Are you kidding me? These young guys, man, they can get it up there. I want to see him go higher. That kid Mazeroski goes 105. Next pitch, swung on. And that's going to be a Brett Beatty base hit. Look at that, Brett Beatty, showing other teams that he is clutch. Well, you know, he's getting hits. He's been starting to get hits a lot, so this could probably help his trade clause, or trade. You know, maybe get traded, get some, you know, get something for him. And here comes Zach Short. So this inning's over, guys. So coming up for the, I'm bad. So coming up for the Red Sox, I'm already telling he's out already. I'm telling you right now, he's out. Pitcher's coming out. Yeah, I know, Woody. So, oh no, Taylor coming in. So Zach Short is being pinch hit for. So here we go with that. I'm very cruel. Zach Short is out of the game. And here comes Taylor, who he's hit 6 home runs, 219, 17 RBIs. He hit in 52 games. In the last week or so, he hit 3 home runs. So he's starting to get more hits. He's known for his outfield work. And I called him last year a weak hitter. So still in my book, he's still weaker than the other guys in the 6 hole, in 1 through 6. But, you know, he can pop sometimes. Anyway, we got Zach Short out of the game. Maybe they'll put him back down in the minors. You say, listen, man, I'm sorry, bro. You just didn't make it again. And that pitch is a ball. Want to know? No, like I said, no offense to Zach Short. He's just not. He's just not. He doesn't do anything for this team. 1-0. Pitch is a ball. 2-0. There's Bichette. He's smiling. Still don't understand why the Mets are smiling when they're on the bench. That pitch is swung on and fouled off. It's 2-1. See? 3 home runs in his last 9 at-bats. See that? Told you. Get in to hit one right now. It'd be sweet. And he swings at a pitch in 2-2 now. And that was only a 98 mile an hour pitch. So, anyway. Swung out of his shoes for that one, guys. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that's a ball outside, 3-2. Now, can you throw him a pitch down the middle? Because it seems like everybody likes to throw pitches down the middle, and that's where the home runs come. It's a 3-2 pitch coming. Here it comes, and it's foul down the third base line. We'll do it again, 3-2. I haven't seen the pitch count, the speed. They didn't show it. I was wondering if he's up to 103 or 2. Man. Here comes the pitch. A ground ball to short. Throw to first, and that retires the side. And there you go again, guys. So that was no runs. That was 2 hits and 1 left on. We're going to the 8th inning. 4-1, Boston. And coming up for Boston in the 8th inning will be Durbin, Duran, and Wong. And let's check that poll. See what's going on. See if it's changed or not. Let's see. 21 votes. I'd like to thank everybody for the votes. Appreciate it. We got the Red Sox at 36%. And the Mets. Gotta love the Met fans. You really do. You really gotta love them. We got heart. And we try for our team to be better. And it just isn't happening. But 64%. So really right now the Red Sox fans at 36% are winning the poll. We'll check it at the end of the game. Maybe the end of the game might change and we'll have a happy recap. But right now, it's the Red Sox that got this. So I don't think Minter's coming in the game. Was that my door? Usually my daughter knocks on the door. I think my wife should be home. Because it's like 10-something now, right? The game started late, so she should be home now. Anyway. Yeah, unfortunately. What if you guys were the owner? You know, because if I was the owner and I saw this, I hate to say, garbage on the field and what every day it's happening to this team, there would be heads rolling. There would be heads rolling. There would be different general manager. There'll be a different, everybody would be different. And that's it. Because this is your team. You own it. You also were a baseball fan of this team growing up. And now you own it. And you know that you're getting barraged by people on different social medias to say, what is going on with this team? Even radio stations and stuff. Even webcasters like me, you know what I'm saying? So what I don't understand. Cody Singer is in the game. 0-7 record, ERA of 8.92, innings pitched 38.1. I can't read it all. You know how it is. He's just bad also. And Duran is 0 for 3. And that's a ball up high, 2-0 already. You know what I'm saying, guys? Why, you can't put this, it's fly out, strike out, and pop out. Why are you thinking this team, you're brainwashed by Stern? Or you're just playing it that, you know what, wait till the end of the season and I'm getting rid of Stern. I'm going to, I'm getting rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Taylor's in center field, and Ewing is in again. Yesterday, the same thing. Ewing is in second base yesterday, and he's in second base today. So they're basically not putting Bichette ever in this game. Don't matter if the bases are loaded, they won't put Bichette in because you know why? They say, well, he has to get a day off. You got to give him a full day off because that's what they did that one time for Lindor, and I was like, what? Had a chance to tie or win it, and you don't put the guy in. Anyway, here's a pitch. Fly ball. Juan Soto, he thinks he got it, and he does. Just making sure, you never know with Juan Soto. One gone. So seriously, guys. I watched something last night. It was called the Yankees, the Bronx are burning. It was an old thing about Reggie Jackson, the great Reggie Jackson, against Steinbrenner and the great Billy Martin and Steinbrenner. And this stuff, the stuff that was happening, I'm like, well, this is what's going on in the Mets. And Steinbrenner wouldn't take it. He would never take that. And he was like, I want to win, 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 win. And of course, they did win in 77 and 76, 78 back to back. And then, of course, he won all those other championships. What is going on with our owner? That's all I got to say. A fly ball that's hit to right field, and it's playable for binge. 2 gone. You know what I'm saying? How in the world can you let this happen? The biggest, the guy is second in the team is the second biggest, but besides the Dodgers in money, the Mets are second, but yet nothing happens. We get Zach Short. What does he get? $80,000 a year or whatever. Zach Short. You want to spend? You spend. 2 and 3, 2 singles and a run score for Chen. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Give me a break. That's why I said it's 0-1 count, and it's a strike swing and 0-2, so 2 strikes. What are you going to do? You know it, the trading deadline. I know it. And if he's trying to tell us no, come on. There is no chance anymore. We're done. There is none. The wild card is out of reach. The East is done. That was done for I don't know how many months. And he called strike 3, and he struck him out, Senga. And that's the inning. So, good inning by Singer. No runs, no hits, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still trail. 4-1. Bottom of the 8th, the Mets will have the top of the lineup. Ewing, Soto, and Lindor. But, like I said, come on. Stop telling us that this is a team that's going to make a run. It hasn't made no run. I got the calendar in front of me right here, guys, for the month so far. So I would say, oh, well, it does look better. Don't get me wrong. It does look better. Let's see. They got the first game of the month they lost. They were off the next day. They lost on that Friday. They lost on that Saturday. They won on that Sunday. They won on that Monday. Then they lost on the Tuesday that just happened. And then they finally won the series from the Royals. Like I said, since the Braves when they beat them, which I thought they were going to come out of it, where they especially beat the best team in the league at the time, 2-1. And now they have a chance to make a 3-game winning streak, and that's going down the tubes tonight. So there you go. That's not consistently making a team come back. What can I say? Somebody else tell me what we can do. I don't know. But I can't believe it. We got 30 plus people. That's great. I'm sure you guys are not all Met fans then. Are you Red Sox fans? You're hiding? You can tell me. I'm all right with it. I like everybody. Come on in. They're showing the split between Mendoza, 81 games, and Andy Green, only 13 games. It looks the same to me. a losing record is a losing record. You know what I'm saying? It's a losing record. He's 6-7 as a Met manager. Gonna be 6-8 tonight in about 2 more innings. So, but coming up for the Mets will be A.J. Ewing, and who's on base single. Garrett Whitlock is in the game for Boston. He's 4-1, and ERA of 2.32, a WHIP of 0.94. So the third pitcher of the game, and Ewing is up. Here comes the first pitch, and that's a ground ball off the pitcher, and they're not going to get him. No way you're going to get him, man. That's a base hit off the pitcher's leg or something. We'll take that. I will take that in a heartbeat. Because now you got Juan Soto, Lindor, you know. Still got a chance, guys. Never say die, but the pitching coach, the manager coming out to check on his player. That ball went off his heel. Let's see where it went. I don't know where it went. It went off somewhere. Let's see, I can't tell. The instep? Side of the shoe? I don't know. He says he's fine. All right, so he's walking around. He's ready to pitch to Juan Soto, which any minute now or any time, Juan Soto is the biggest threat on that field. So there you go. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. But like I said, anytime you don't want to pitch to Juan Soto, just letting you know. And that pitch is swung on and missed because Soto swung on it and fouled it off, actually. 0-1. And don't get me wrong, Juan Soto's going to have his off days. He's allowed to have his off days, but when the team is hurting so bad, you expect Juan Soto to do things. And I hope he didn't just pull his groin, because he just went like this on the side with that swing. That's a ball, 1-1. So, looks all right. But hopefully nothing goes wrong there. I heard that Shohei's not going to be in the All-Star game, and that's a foul. Oh, no, it's foul. That's fair. That's a fair ball. Did he run? A.J. Ewing did. Oh my God, Soto didn't run, but then he finally did run. It's a 1st and 3rd now. Wow. Juan Soto did not run from the box. And like I said, this is what I'm saying about guys that are like 700 millionaires and stuff. That ball, now they don't call that now I noticed that they don't call that a ground rule double because of that, the fence, the screen. It's not a ground rule double. It bounces off there. It's still in play. And Juan Soto was thinking, oh, I think that's a double. No, it's not a double, bro. You should know the rules. He's asking the umpire. It's not a double, guys. But anyway, he's on first. He got there, thank God. 1st and 3rd, and here goes Lindor, who hasn't done anything but a single. Maybe he'll be better now. Maybe he'll get something going. He got a single last time up. Mets threatening right now, guys. No outs. Mets are threatening. This is what we want. We want a threat. We want something to start us going. That pitch is swung on. That's hit out to center field, and they're going to try to score. No, they're not. Rafaela, wow. I think they should have scored him, but they did not. I don't like the third base coach. I think he should have scored him. He did not. The ball was thrown a little wild at the plate. Rafaela doesn't have a great arm, but he made the catch, and he did not try to score him. So 1 out. I don't understand that. Really don't, guys. I really don't. When you're down, you need these runs. Anyway, that's an out. Binge is up. Binge already just hit into a double play. His last time up. He's 1 for 3. And a stolen base. Runner on first and third. The Mets need to score. They need to score. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ball upstairs, 2-0. You know? You need to score. You got opportunity, and of course, Lindor fails. He's been failing all year for the team. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back, 2-1. Mets with runners in scoring position tonight are 0 for 6. They left 5 men on base. Red Sox are 2 for 7. They left 8 men on base. But yet the Red Sox are winning. And that pitch is low, 3-1. So, what are you going to do, right? This is on deck is Jorge Polanco. This is how the Mets' season has gone, and this is why the Mets are in last place in the East. That pitch is swung on and missed. It's now a 3-2 count. This is what I'm telling you guys. They are not consistent. They can't get runners in from scoring position, and you have to. You have to, or you're not going to be nowhere. When opportunity, that's a shot! No, it's going to be a catch. I thought it was going to be right fielder makes a catch, and they're going to try. No, they're not. That guy's got an arm. Wow, the right fielder had a better arm than the center fielder, and that's 2 gone. Binge didn't hit it far anyway. He hit it shallow. 2 gone. You see it unfolding. It's unfolding right in front of your eyes. This is what happens to the Mets every game when they're losing. They can't come back. His arm speed is 5th in the league. Wow. Anyway, it brings up Polanco. Now, Polanco would be nice if he can, you know. First pitch is he's 0 for 3. First pitch of the ball. He could tie this game up. He hasn't hit a home run since one time before his injury. He does have power, and that is not it. Complete miss. Second baseman goes out, and that is it. And this is what's going to happen. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't. I just can't. I can't get it. I don't understand it. I'm not going to understand it. I just can't understand it. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so it's no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Again, another left on. Now, you can't tell me that every time the Mets are playing against guys that the pitchers are that good. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. It ain't going to happen. You're not going to tell me pitchers are that good. No. The Mets are that bad. Yes. Yes, I will say that. Yes. They show you, they prove to you every game that they can't come back from a 4-1 lead. I mean, they started off with 2 hits, and then 3 guys flew out. Coming up will be Colonial Perez pitching. So Singer got 1 inning. So that's it. Singer was only doing 1 inning tonight. So the fourth Met pitcher's coming in, and that kid I like. I like Perez. He did the opener on the Royals game. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago or something like that. Did pretty good in that game. Coming up for the Red Sox in the 9th inning, it's going to be Chang, Sigler, and Rafaela against Perez. Wow. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sally. Appreciate it. That's right, Mario. We try. I'm trying, Mario. I don't understand why this team is so bad, really. Well, I do know. The mistakes and of course, what happened before the season with the trade of the big man, Polar Bear, that just made the team go right down the tubes. But you still got to be a professional team and put a professional team out there, and they just don't have it. They don't have it, guys. And every day I hope that they do something, and it just doesn't happen. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But like I said, I'll be back on Sunday for their game. I don't do Saturdays because I need to get the stress out of from the Mets. So I take Saturdays and I do the Major League Baseball games. You can check it out. I did like 20 something already, and it's good. I have no, I'm not stressed out by them. And that's a beautiful play by the third baseman, and that is a Beatty, score that a 5-3 put out. 1 out. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I mean, this can get you really crazy, this team. So it's like a stress relief, not coming here and enjoying another game and not have any kind of, horse in the race. So I enjoy it. So if you want to check that out tomorrow, I'll have it up for tomorrow. You'll see me on tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, 1 out from Perez. Like I said, I like Perez. Perez is a real good. And it's a 1 for 3 sacrifice bunt and a single for Rafaela. So, yeah. I like the kid Perez. So, But the Mets still have a chance. I mean, you always got a chance. You still got to get 3 outs. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If there's any miracles happening with the team this year or tonight. It's 2-0 to Rafaela. And that's going to be a ball, 3-0. Red Sox are looking to actually go 7-game winning streak. So, Next pitch is a strike call, 3-1. Well, I do appreciate everybody sticking around. This is, like I said, I don't know if you're all Mets or Boston fans, but I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. 3-2 pitch right now. You never know. Maybe they should make this guy Perez a starter. I don't understand. Why not? He pitches really good when he comes in. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back. So. I mean, you got to, 3-2 pitch. And he's going to walk him. Oh, okay. First walk given up by him. And it's really not good to give these walks up, especially in the 9th inning, because they're looking just to get more runs. That way the Mets don't have a shot. They want to get at least 2 more runs so that way a grand slam won't do it. The strategy is perfect. I mean, if you follow baseball, like I've been a baseball fan since, I don't know, like my father's knee. And you can see it all happening. And you see what they try to do, and you got to stop it. Willie Abreu, 2 for 3, a walk, single, double, and a run scored. You definitely don't want any more runs scored. You don't. You want a double play. I mean, I want to see a double play from the team, and they don't do it. Right now should be a double play right now. That's a strike, 0-2, and that hit Alvarez, and he's okay, I guess, right? He's got to take a little bit of breather. So, Yeah, but Salty, I don't think the White Sox were this far behind. The Mets they can't even get to 500. They can't even get 2 wins after 2 wins. They can't get anything else. I mean, I would love to see it happen, but they don't have the right. They don't have it. They don't have it. Their pitching is suspect again. They don't have after the sixth batter. There's nobody, and plus they don't drive in runs that much. So you know what I'm saying. I just think that the Mets are going to sell, and it's fine with me. I'm fine. But stop telling us that this is a team that's going to do something this year. The management keeps saying that to us, and I'm saying you can't be saying that. You know? I mean, give us the young talent, put them on the field, and let's see what they got. You got 2 great players in AJ. You got 2 young stars, AJ Ewing and Carson Binge, that are doing awesome in their first season as a Met. And then you got McLean, and then you got Scott. You got these young guys, Oh, God. See, I talk good stuff about Perez, and then he gives up the home run that we didn't want to give up, and that is probably going to seal the deal. 11th home run of the season. It's now 6-1, and like I said, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. You just sit here and watch it. Oh, the kid was pitching really good, and I'm guaranteeing sometimes these pitchers you can't guarantee them always getting, they're young and they're going to make mistakes, and he made a mistake. He threw a pitch that he shouldn't have thrown, and he blasted it out of the park. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, like I tell you, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it should have happened. This stuff should have happened when the Mets lost 12 straight games. They didn't fire the manager. They said they weren't going to fire the manager. And then finally, after Peterson was traded, who was horrible, they decided to take Mendoza out. But that was like weeks later. And they were already, way down. They were close in the wild card, but still, you got to be jumping over teams to get to the wild card. And they weren't winning. And I'm fine with it. I've been a Met fan for I don't know how many years, and I'm fine with it because if you would just tell us that we're going to be trading at the deadline, which I know they will be, I don't have to tell me, but I'm saying if they tell everybody, we'd be fine with it, and then let's just go through the season, have a good time, knowing that the team is going to get better. Maybe, we'll get some better players. I hope, the guy's got the money to do it. Cohen was a Met fan. You don't take over a team and not want your team to win World Series. I mean, come on. And get rid of Stern. I think Stern is the worst general manager that the Mets ever had, in my opinion. So anyway, it is what it is. And like I said, they shouldn't have gave up these 2 runs because now the Mets, a grand slam ain't gonna do it. So it is what it is. Like I said. They got 2 outs now. I didn't even know what happened on that out, but anyway, it's out. Here comes Yoshida, 2 for 4. So it is. What are you gonna do? You would like to see the Mets do something, like get a winning streak going, but you go against teams that are basically like the Boston Red Sox are still around. They're still in it. They're in the wild card. They're only 3.5 games out in the wild card. They're not going to sit down and let the Mets come and take this game. The Mets had a chance, but they didn't score the runs. And when the Boston Red Sox saw that, they said, "You know what? It's okay. We'll take care of the game," and they did. That's what it is, man. I mean, McLean pitched really good, and that's going to be a walk. McLean pitched really good, but the Mets did not get runs for him. And that's what the Mets' problem's been all the time. When we had the great DeGrom would have been a way better. He might have been 3-time Cy Young Award winner before he got his injury. And they challenged that, and They won the challenge. No, who won the Mets lost the challenge. So the Mets, because Alvarez challenged it, and the Mets are down to one challenge left because that's what Alvarez does. He thinks there should be strikes and they're not. We got a Durban is 0 for 4, and that pitch is foul. So you know what I'm saying? 3 ground outs and a pop out for Durban. It's the way it is. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that's just the way it's going to be the rest of the year. And then, you know what I heard? I heard that the Mets have the worst schedule, the toughest schedule for the rest of the year. You look at their schedule. Right out of the All-Star break, they go play the Phillies. The Phillies demolished them. They're going back to Philadelphia to get destroyed again because they won't walk Kyle Schwarber. They'll pitch to him. It's like, yeah, let's pitch to him. Let's give him 5 home runs. Come on. That's why I said, give me I'm a big New York Ranger fan, okay, hockey. In January of this year, they sent me and everybody else a letter saying that the season, I'm sorry, we're not going to make the playoffs. We're going to change the team. We're going to get rid of our best player. And I sat there going, huh? But then after a while, I said, well, you know what? All right. And that's a base hit. And that's going to be another hit for them, first and second. And I said, I was mad. You can ask my wife. I was PO'd that this happened. You got rid of our best player. But then they come around this year for the what do you call it? Oh God, I forgot what it was called. Huh, jeez. See, I'm going blank now. I'll get it. Anyway, pitching coach came out. Draft day. And the Mets picked up a lot of good players. My son, he's like, he knows about it a lot. He's he's young, so he knows. He said, Dad, we got a better team going into the season. So I'm looking forward to that. And if you guys like that, because I started doing this with the Rangers, I did 40-something games. Even though they were horrible last year, I was still there for them, like I am for my Mets. And I will be for the Giants also. That's my teams. But like I said, if you like it, I'll do other games too, whatever, when I get stressed out. But I'm just trying to say is that the Mets can do that for us, and then we can say, all right, we understand, and we'll wait till next year. You said it, we'll do it. We'll wait till the better team you're going to give us on the field. And they're not doing it. They haven't said it. I know it's going to happen. I know that the Mets are going to be sellers at the deadline, and we're probably going to lose a lot of players, except Soto. I don't think Lindor is going anywhere because, one, he's not having a great year, and I don't think anybody wants him anymore. And they'll try to get our good players. In the bullpen is Xavier Curry is warming up for the Mets. They'll try to get the rookies. But they're actually going to get Peralta will probably go maybe back to Milwaukee. It's called strike 1 and 2. Stuff like that. This team is going to be different next year coming. Maybe Bichette might even be gone too. Bichette might be going. Who knows? He has a 1 year and then a trade clause. A 1 year deal and an option out, just like when Alonso did last year. So, like I said, so that's it. We just, as a Met fan, I said I would do this, and I enjoy doing the games, but I just can't take what's going on when you do these games and you sit here going, well, what is up? This is not a team that should be on the field. I'm sorry. This is just playing out the season without telling the fans, and the fans are actually. It was sold. It looked sold out to me, and they're still in their seats, right? And we're getting crushed. Well, it's 6-1. It could be more if we can't get out. We still can't get out of the innings. 2-2 pitch. Duran is still in there, and Perez is still in the game, trying to get the out, and he swing. Nope. They say ball 3-2. So that's 32 pitches for Perez since he's been in the game. So, but like I said, I just can't believe that our owner, who's a big Met fan growing up, bought the team. Who can say that they were a fan and they could buy a team? Wouldn't everybody want to do that? Wouldn't you want to take a team and buy it and take care of it yourself and make it the best team ever? Right? And he struck out. Well, no, wait. They're challenging that pitch. I think the Mets know it's probably a strike. Duran sitting there waiting. Nope. The Mets walked off the field, and he gets a ball, and it's ball 4, bases loaded. So bases are still loaded, guys. This game is not. This inning's not over, and I think the Mets are going to change the pitcher. So, yep, here comes Green. Hey, thanks for the subscribe. I do appreciate it. One more to the big number there. I can't get you the MVP. Hold on, man. That's for you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. That's for you, and that's for everybody else out there. Everybody, you guys are all MVPs in my book. But you know what I'm saying, guys? I could talk about this. I could do a whole show about this, and it just drives me nuts when you see this happen. You know, you see this happen, you're like, what? What just happened? Is this our curse? Because Pete Alonso and the 4 core were gone from this team that we were supposed to suffer this season? I had, I had high hopes of this team when they went to go to the bar, when they went to winter meetings and everything. I'm thinking, well, yeah. We're going to get some good players for Alonso. Alonso's not going to leave. He's going to stay. And then all of a sudden they hit us with Nimmo. Nimmo was there for 10 years. And all of a sudden they just throw him away like he was nothing. Right? Then they get rid of their utility player, McNeil. Come on, he won a batting title for us. Come on. You get rid of him. And then, of course, Diaz decides that he's not coming anyway. He's going right to the Dodgers. He didn't even care about the Mets. He said, oh, you're going to sign there? And then the same thing happened when I heard that Pete Alonso signed with the Orioles because they gave him 5 years, and the Mets didn't want to give him 5. So I know that Cohen heard from, his general manager saying, well, no, we're not going to, we can't give him 5 years. Come on. He's 32. Come on. Well, you know what? That was the worst thing you could ever done. Because Alonso, 20 homers, 60 RBIs that were not coming to the Mets, and the Mets could have used him. You're bringing these guys that get hurt. Every single one of them except Bichette. Bo Bichette was the only one that didn't get hurt so far. Knock on wood. Everybody you brought in were hurt. You name the guy, hurt. And they were prone to be hurt. They were people that were, like, in their career, have never had a full season, but yet they're on the Mets. I'm telling you, Stern, I don't know who that guy, I don't know, he was no good. If you look at the Milwaukee Brewers, he gave them one playoff. He never won a championship with them, but yet he comes to us, the Mets, and he destroys this team. That's all I got to say. I'll say it all, but this is what I'm saying. I can go on a roll. My wife tells me the same thing. I always have to say something. Anyways, a fly ball. It's a 1-2 count. We're still in the top of the ninth, guys. Bases loaded. This game is still going in the ninth inning. They changed their pitcher, of course. Curry is the Mets pitcher. We can't even get out of the ninth inning. So what are you going to do? You know what's going to happen next? If he doesn't do something, he's going to lose his fan base. A lot of people are going to say, you know what? Screw the Mets. Sorry. That's what you're going to, a lot of people are going to do that. I just don't know, But I think I like to say, and I believe that we're a loyal fan base. We live and die with our team. We bleed orange and blue. You know what I'm saying? But how long can we do that? Right? How long can you be with a team that's just, I won't pay to go to a game. I'm sorry, I'm not going. If people give me tickets, I still won't go. Nope, not going. Well, why? Why? Because I'm not spending money to get there and then spending money there and then the Mets don't give me a good game. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Everybody else can do it. I guess they can do it out there. They love doing it. Season ticket holders. I'm sure that's going to go down the tubes when, oh boy. Please tell me that's not gone. Oh, fly ball, Soto, please catch it. Okay, good. The inning's over. Finally. I don't know what's going on anymore. They score, was it 2 more runs? Yeah, 2 more runs on a home run by, who hit that home run? I forgot, guys. Who hit that home run? But anyways, don't remember. It's 6-1. Going to the bottom of the ninth. See how I get off the track because it just bothers me. Anyway, coming up for the Mets in the bottom of the ninth, Young, Alvarez, and Beatty. So there you go. I feel like Earl Shy. Hey, this is Earl Shy. I can paint your car for $9.99. That's what I got right now. $9.99. Who wants to make it $1,000? $9.99. Let's go. Let's do it. Anyway, Woody. I know. It's just, I don't know, man. Crazy. Well, 3 more outs. See what happens. I don't know. Miracles have happened before. That's why the Mets are called the Miracle Mets, right? Things have been crazy. You name it. But who knows? Young is 2 for 3. He's got a double and a strikeout. So Young has been doing well. Like I said, I used to call him a weak hitter last year, but I guess over the spring training, over the season, he got better. I mean, he was one of the first Mets that were signed right after the season. He was signed again. I was like, oh, they signed Young and then Taylor. I said, well, Taylor, he's pretty good he's good in the outfield. He should have won a Gold Glove, but didn't happen. So I'm like, well, you better start signing people, but I didn't want just to sign these guys. I said weak. I said weak hitters, maybe good backups, but weak, not everyday players. And look what we got. We got they're everyday players now. Anyway, who's pitching? Oh, Weezer is in the game, and that's a called strike. That's their 4th pitcher, I believe. Weezer. He's got 1-2 and an ERA of 3.79. Whip of 1.21. So next pitch to Taylor is a strike call. It's 0-2 already. So we got 0-2 already. And and like I said, I could just see that there's. I guess they have no place to go, and they just want to enjoy sitting out here all night. The Met fans have not left. I see them all right behind the plate. Then again, I don't know what's going on in the stadium because they don't show that. So. And they lost this game in the first inning, guys. You know that. Ground ball, right to second, right over the first, 1 out. They lost this game in the first inning. First inning. The error by Soto and the double made it 2-0. And the Mets got 1 run, and that was it. The game was over in the first inning. Here comes Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 3, 2 ground outs, and he grounded into double play. And that pitch is inside. Have we seen Cohen at the Met game? Nope. Nope. I haven't seen him. Nope. I seen Stern when they played the Atlanta Braves, and I called it out on my channel. I said, "Yo, is that Stearns?" And that's a beautiful catch by the outfielder, center fielder. 2 outs, Rafaela, sliding catch, 2 gone. And I said, "Look at this guy. He's hanging out in Atlanta, sneaking like they went through they saw him and they panned in there, and that was it. He was like trying to hide after that." But I have not seen our owner since they inducted Lee Mazzilli and Bobby Valentine in the Mets Hall of Fame. That was like 2 months ago. 0-1 count to Beatty, who's 2 for 3 tonight. You know what I'm saying? So where is Cohen? Single, run scored, and stolen base. Beatty actually had a good game tonight. And like I said, they're probably going to showcase him. And that ball is swung on. And that ball is out of here. That's a home run by Brett Beatty. Holy cow, that's the first home run in a long time for Brett Beatty. Wow, his 4th home run of the year. You got to give it to him there. I mean, if he's showcasing, you never know. Brett Beatty with his 4th home run, and the Mets now, it's 6-2. And I'll tell you right now, Brett Beatty is the star of this game today. Him and McClain actually played great. You know, 3 hits for Brett Beatty. And it's going to bring up Taylor, who is 0 for 1. Pitch is low. Like I said, because of the fact that Ventos is hurt, Brett Beatty's going to play a lot more. But like I said, Zach Short's got to go. I want to see tomorrow when I wake up, Zach Short is gone. The guy is nothing. Shouldn't be. He shouldn't. He was on the Mets in the first season. He only batted 10 times. He was horrible. They got rid of him and traded him. And then we bring him back because why? Because he's a good deal for Stern. Well, you already had him once, so why don't you have him again? Here's a fly ball, pop up, second baseman makes the call, and that is the game, and the Mets lose 6-2. The Red Sox are now 7 wins in a row. Mets had no chance, guys. I'm sorry. When this game started, first inning, that was it. Well, actually, you can't say the first inning now because they got a second run. So what inning was it after that then? I can't tell. All right, well, they waited all the way to the 7th inning, and that's when they lost. All right, there you go. But anyway, the Mets lose 6-2, and unfortunately, their streak is over at 2 once again. But the good news is that tomorrow they can try to tie the series, and then when I come back on Sunday, we might have a chance for the rubber game to win into series. So that's all you look for. You got to look for that. That's all you can look for right now, guys. You look for that, and then you try to get wins in a row, you know, see what you can do. But final score, like I said, and I can put it on my calendar, Mets lose. See, I got a calendar. Mets lose, and it's 6-2. And that's it. That's all we could say. Let's check the poll. Hey, thanks a lot. We got the 1,000th. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. You guys are all MVPs. I appreciate it. What I was going to say is we're going to check that poll, see what happened at the end, all right? Let's see. All right, we'll see the poll. Wow, look at this. How did this happen, guys? How did this happen? the Red Sox 56% and the Mets 44%. So actually the Red Sox fans came back just like tonight. They beat the Mets, and you guys are the winners, but you're all winners in my book. Remember that. Everybody's a winner in my book. But that's for the Red Sox because they won the poll. Guys, like I said, I will be back tomorrow for the night the Sunday. No, not Sunday, Bill. Come on. All right, Woody. Thank you. The Saturday afternoon game that I do every Saturday. It just happens that either if the Mets would have won tonight, I still would have done Saturday afternoon game. You know, so I pick a team, pick a game, and then I do it, and then I come back on the next day for the Mets, and then I do these games when the Mets are off. So that's it. Tomorrow will be the major leagues. I'll pick a game, and then Sunday will be the last game before the All-Star break, and then of course, when the Mets play the Phillies, you'll see me again. But anyway, everything that was great, guys. I do appreciate everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys have been awesome. Like I said, just you can always Okay, so wait. So the wild card right now, the Red Sox are a game and a half out, guys. See, they're not done. They changed their manager. Remember, they got rid of Joey Cora, which I want as a Met manager. Joey Cora should be our Met manager. Should have signed him right away, but you're going to wait probably till the end of the year. Anyway, they got a new manager, and they went flying. Just like the Philadelphia Flyers. Here we go, Bill. I'm ready for hockey, guys. Philadelphia Phillies, who got the great Don Mattingly, who should be a Hall of Famer, and Keith Hernandez, like I said. Both of these guys changed the base. I could talk to you about that a long time. But they are also in a playoff area. They weren't before that. But why do the Mets wait till after? Not only did they lose the 12 games, they lost a lot more, and then they decided to get rid of Mendoza. That's all I got to say. I can talk about it all the time. But thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it. All you guys are awesome. If you want, you can check me out tomorrow. I'll have that up on the screen on my channel, and we'll talk again. I do appreciate everybody that said hello and everything. Thank you guys. I really appreciate Salty. Great, everybody. Let's see. I got Salty. I got Roxy, Foxy. I got let's see what I got. USA. Thank you for the jewels, buddy. And I think that's it, right? That's it. Anybody else? Thank you. Like I said, don't be shy. You can always say hello to me. I'm not going to bite. No, I'm not. Liar. Stop that, Woody. Anyway, I got to go because I have to take my diabetes pill, type 2. But anyway, I got to go. My wife is probably telling me, let's go. You got to get it done. I do appreciate it, guys. And as always,